Hey, my lovelies. I hope you're all safe and well. I'm just coming on to do this Wednesday's Facebook card reveals for you all. So, just to let you know, for those that have been asking, it is the Twin Tarot Oracle deck that I've been working with this week. So, let's have a little look at the cards. Let's see where the energies are taking us. So, as we're going into card number one, we're going into the energy of transformation. Now, this is very much the equivalent to the death card in conventional tarot. And death is all about the end of cycles. It's the end of anything restrictive. It's the end of anything perhaps a little bit negative. And it's the beginning stages of a rebirth. It's the beginning stages of something brand new. When the death card shows, we have this kind of like phoenix rising from the flames, and usually death can indicate that. It can be like a phoenix rising from the ashes kind of moment. So maybe something really quite pinnacle has changed or has happened in your world, and you're moving into a brand new stage of living, a brand new way of living. So we've got the kind of skeletons here and the debris that he's sort of walking away from, and he's sort of walking forward into this forest, into this big expansion of light. And it is a time of transformation. It is a time for new beginnings. It's a time for new magic to come in. Now, occasionally, this transformation card can represent a physical death. So if you are experiencing the loss of physically somebody that is no longer here, then heal, grieve, process in obviously the ways that you need to. And know and trust there's no time scale to that. So your grief will be personal to you. But primarily, I don't feel that for most people that are sort of, connecting with this card. I think for most people, this is literally the end of anything that's negative, the end of anything that's intrusive. And it's you choosing or giving yourself permission to live a better quality way of life. It's choosing to sort of end those things that don't add balance, that don't bring harmony. It's you choosing to make changes for the better that can really empower your life and make you feel more alive, really. So death is often seen as a time of rebirth. It's a time of transformation, like the card says, transformation. It's a time I always think to welcome peace in. So not just new experiences, but also the experiences that come in and that follow are going to be peaceful. They're not going to be so chaotic. They're not going to be so heavy. If you can sort of hear any noises, the little man's just literally down by my feet. I don't know if I can pull the camera up to just show you. Ignore the mess. He's literally just looking away, looking very critical like he does. Okay, so as we're going into card number two, if you were drawn to card number two, we're going into the energies of justice. Justice is really cool. Justice is really positive. So it's all about karma coming in to kind of correct or to realign energy that might be feeling a little bit blocked or might be feeling a little bit unjust. So if you've been battling any injustices, those could be small and little minor things that are playing out in your world, but they could be more exaggerated. They could be more louder sort of things that have been happening as well. And justice is coming in to restore the balancing scales. So we literally have, I love the pictation of this being kind of set in an Egyptian time, but this here is quite important. So the balancing scales are in complete alignment. And I love the fact that she's seeing this, really in her eye line. So this is about you being able to sort of welcome karma in, and karma can repair, karma can restore any injustices, anything that's been a little bit negative or a little bit difficult to kind of move on from. Sometimes with the justice card, it shows if there are court battles or court cases. Usually it represents success, a win, a victory, like a triumph of some kind, usually like a sort of time of empowerment, a light over dark sort of setup or situation. So something is going to work to your favor, something's going to come in for the better. And it's going to realign everything. It's going to restore balance. It's going to restore logic and order. So if some of you have been battling court cases or things that could be quite negative or quite heavy going or just feel like they've been ongoing, that might be coming to a close, that might be coming to an end. And you may have the exposure of the truth. The truth often tends to be revealed and seen for what it is with the justice card. So if you've been fighting for the truth to be exposed in some way, that is going to happen, that is going to take place, but you're going to have a much more calmer way of being, in terms of moving forward. So I hope this makes sense if you've been drawn to card number 2. He's still just judging away. And finally, as we're going into card number 3, we're going into the Empress. Now, this is coming in from the dark side of things. So obviously I said with this deck, it's got light and dark versions. And this is the dark. So Empress usually is about kind of fertility, holding space, creating sacred life. So it could be, for some of you, if you've been drawn to this card, maybe you feel like there's been a block in the road or a setback in some way. So it could be that you've been just dealing with a lot of upheaval. Obviously, because the Empress is about creating sacred space, maybe some of you have got ideas, have got plans, and maybe they're not coming together. Maybe they're really falling apart at the moment and it's all feeling a little bit chaotic. It could be for some of you, if you are birthing something, and that could include the whole cycle of fertility and children. If some of you are trying to sort of maybe try and have kids or going through the cycle of that, maybe that's being blocked or hindered or not actually working at the moment, then stay focused, because these things feel temporary, they feel minor. I've had a complete run at the moment where I've been messaging quite a lot of venues for my next year's tour, and I've had a couple of wins. I've had a couple of people say, yes, we'd love to have your show, amazing. But I've had more people say, no, we don't have those kind of evenings at our venue, or no, we've got psychics already, we don't want you. So I've been having this barrage of like, no, 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 no. And so my ideas and my plans are sort of unraveling or not going in the way that I would like them to. So that's a version of how the Empress is not working for me at the moment. But what's really cool with this card, even if things feel a little bit blocked or temporarily unavailable, you have the water in the back, you have that beautiful waterfall, and that waterfall is still flowing. So things may not work to plan, there may be curveballs, there may be changes in the road, but it doesn't mean that you have to give up on those ideas or those offerings or those things that maybe you're trying to create. It just might mean that at this immediate stage, that is not sort of flowing as it needs to. So maybe sort of invest your time, your energy into something else, and then pick that up at a later point, come back to that at a later date, because maybe then the energy will be in that sort of feeling of the water where it can start to move a bit more freely. So if some of you have been drawn to this Empress card, like I said, because she's showing is the negative side of things or the darker side of things, maybe some things that you're trying to create sacred space for or birth or bring into reality, maybe there's a setback, maybe they're being hindered, maybe they're not quite happening at the moment in the way that you would like them to, but stay focused because they will come good long term. I mean, my long term, I'm desperately trying to get a camper van. And every time I feel like I've got some money in the pot, other stuff's coming in, it's blocking it, it's curveballing it. And I'm like, oh, not meant to be yet then. But it will happen when it's meant to happen, you know? So stay focused. So I hope you can make sense of these cards and their messages. Going to leave them with you. Stay well, stay safe, stay fabulous. Thank you for all the continued love and support within my work. Just a reminder that Zoom readings are booking up fast. I'm kind of like pretty much into January now for dates and everything on that. I am going to be in Colouring Crystals on Saturday. That is now completely sold out. So if you have secured your space, thank you very much. I will look forward to seeing you there. Don't forget, tickets are on sale for all the shows for next year that are confirmed. There's more to come. And we have the big one coming up, obviously, Kent, on Saturday, the 23rd of November, which I'm very, very excited for. I think we've just got like about 37 tickets left now for that one. And then Kent's going to be sold out. So that is very exciting. So yeah, get booking if you would like to. So I'll leave the energies of this with you. I hope it makes sense, and I will see some of you very soon. Take care. Much love. Oh, P.S. Look out for this week's podcast. Episode 6 is live and is now out and available to listen to or to watch on YouTube. And it is about overcoming fear of spiritual tools. So quite a little interesting one to sort of check out if you have time. Do let us know how you're finding the Never Cross the Witch podcast. It would be great to hear some feedback, good or bad. It's all an experience. It's all stuff we can take on and sort of learn from. So I thank you very much. See you guys soon. Bye for now.